This week I'm going to talk about one of my favorite rudiments, the flammed mill. The flammed mill, if you know the rudiment that we studied last week, the Swiss Army triplet, it's the same sticking with an extra single at the end. So you play a Swiss triplet, and then you add an extra tap. So right, right, left, right. 1 E and then it alternates. Left, left, right, left. Right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left. Like the Swiss Army triplet, it has a lot of flow to it. So once you get the muscle memory of how this sticking combination works, it starts to flow really comfortably. It makes it a lot of fun to play, especially when you start messing around with splitting the hands on the kit. All that kind of stuff we'll get to later. But here's an exercise for you to try. Again, the flam is on the first note. But like in the previous lessons, let's explore displacing that. So you do on the downbeat in the first measure, 1 E and 2 E and 4 E, and add an extra tap. So then now you're on the E and 4 E and then add an extra tap, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E, 4 E and another tap, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. So each measure, you're going to add one extra tap at the end of the 4 repeats to then displace the flammed mill starting point by a 16th note. First measure is on the downbeat, second measure on the E, third measure on the and, fourth measure on the and then you'll do a alternating flam to do the whole thing starting with the left. All right, let's try with the metronome so you can hear the pulse. This is at 106. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's the first part. And then we're just going to play half as many. So 2 beats of each, and then it alternates hands, 2 beats of each, and then lastly you're going to do 1 beat of each. For 2 measures. So 1 beat of each, it'll be all with the right, and then the next measure, 1 beat of each, it'll be all with the left. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's go through the whole exercise. So 1 measure of each, half measure of each, 1 beat of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that makes sense. The concept is pretty easy, but you have to take time to really internalize the shift from the downbeat to the E to the and the up. Take your time, go slowly. I'm going way faster than would be a beginner tempo, but that's kind of performance tempo for me. It's where it starts to get a flow to it around that tempo, but take it as slow as you need to, count it out loud, use a metronome, and then again, the goal is to just improvise. What ends up happening is I think of it more as it's a flam followed by a tap with the same hand and then a series of singles. Maybe it's 3, maybe it's 4, maybe it's 5, maybe it's 6. It doesn't matter, but I just think every time I play a flam, I've got to follow it with the flam with the same hand. So if it's a right flam, follow with the right tap. Left flam, follow with the left tap. Then you just improvise 16th note patterns. So it ends up, you have some Swiss triplets in there, you have some flam taps in there, because they all involve a flam followed by a tap with the same hand. All right, that's it for this week. Again, take your time with this, explore all the options, go slowly. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments, and we'll see you next week.